Well, I got a couple of Joyo pedals, and I said I was going to review them or demo them. I think I'm going to do more of a review than I am a demo to an extent because there's so much going on with them. I've got a Joyo D-seed delay, and I really like the pedal. I think it's a really good delay pedal for pretty cheap for what it does. It's got tap delay, which I normally don't use that much, but it also has a copy, which is just your digital delay, your analog, and it's still a digital analog, but it's a really good digital analog. I mean, it pretty much pulls off an analog delay very well because it, you know, it can really go out the way it's supposed to go on an analog delay. The modulation delay, and what that is you're getting a chorus, pretty much what it is. You're getting a background of a chorus with your delay in that, and it's not too strong. To me, it's really good. I normally use an H2O, which is a chorus and delay, and you can snap on either one. With a modulation, you can't take it out, but I mean, that's what it's for, is to modulate your sound. And it really does a good job. I don't really have to have the H2O anymore, just for the fact that I was normally just doing, you know, just a hint of echo, I mean, of course, in it. And the D-seed seems to take that one's place. And then they've got the reverse, and I rarely ever use a reverse at all. But I'll go through them, and what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to go through what I like and how I like it. I don't like the time, you know, going to the point where I've got a full second between each pick or anything like that, but it'll do it. And with a tap delay, it'll do up to 6 seconds between. So I mean, you can really get something going with that, but it's just not how I use it. I normally do a lot of slower, bluesy kind of stuff, but the copy works really well. And what I'm really going to end up using that pedal for is the modulation, because it really sounds good, especially when you crank it up and put an OD pedal on it, and the analog. And the good thing about that is you can save your settings on this pedal to where I can click it once, I end up getting the modulation, and then the other, I've got an analog, and it's already set up the way I want it. So it's just, you know, a tap of it. And the switches are not hard. It's kind of like the Ditto that I have, and you just barely tap it and it changes from between delays that you have set in there, and it also turns off just as easy too. So it's a really good, it's a very good delay anyways. And this is and that's without any kind of delay at all. And here's the analog that I've already got set into it. See, it doesn't stick around too long, and it smoothly goes out, okay? And that's what I like about it. And I throw a little bit of OD on it. It sounds pretty good there too. Now I'll throw on the modulation, the settings that I have put in also, and you should be able to hear a little bit of the chorus that I've got going on. It's not overbearing, it's not too much, you know. To me, it's just right. Sounds really good though. And then with that, with a little bit of OD too, and it sounds good too. But that's with the D-seed, and I'll actually put it on copy real quick so you can hear it, and which is the digital delay. You just switch the mode on it. I'll tell you what, I'll throw everything on 12 o'clock just so you can see what it sounds like. Sounds pretty good too. You know, I mean, I like it. I'm just more into that analog delay sound, but the digital sounds really good too, and you can get a lot of space between each pick and everything like that. Let me throw it on reverse so you can hear it too. Okay, and here's the reverse, and you should be able to hear it pretty good. I'll probably never use it, but it is a cool little thing to have anyways. Okay, and I'm recording again, and I was going to try and flip this around so you could see, but I'm not sure if you can or not. But I will try to anyways. And that would be the D-seed there, D-seed Joyo. And the next thing we're going to take a look at is the US Dream Joyo, which is the second one I've got. The one next to it is a OCD copy, which I might do a verses on that just so you can hear the different sounds going on with it. Okay, apparently I've gone way too long with the D-seed, so I'll end up doing two videos, one with the US Dream, and it'll be pretty short, hopefully. But as far as the D-seed Joyo goes, I really like it. I think it's worth it. I actually got that off of eBay for 30 bucks. That's shipped, which was crazy to me because it's normally like a $85 and $90 pedal. So I got a heck of a deal. But to me, I mean, it's worth $85 or $90. You know, there's some I mean, I'm sure there's better ones out there that go for $200 to $300, but you're not going to find another pedal that does what that does and as well as that does for that kind of price. Yeah, to me, it's a no-brainer. Joyo did a good job.